Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today is going to be a re-upload of a video I did several months ago. And the reason I'm doing that is because I did not have this particular mic at that time. And I know people were having problems hearing me. So hopefully this is going to work out very well. If it isn't, let me know, of course, but so far I've gotten some very positive comments about the audio. So the video that I want to talk about is the one that is about what to get a cancer patient. If someone's been newly diagnosed, they don't always know what they want or what they need. And we don't know what to get them, right? So it's kind of like, what can I do for you? I don't know. It's very much like, what do you want to have for dinner? I don't know. Age-old question in my house. Absolutely. Even though we meal plan every week, we actually talk about what we're going to do then for the next week for the grocery shopping. But then it comes down to, I don't know, what do you want to do? Which meal do you want to have? It works out though, as long, I don't look like I'm not eating, right? So nobody looks like they're starving. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is giving your financial support. No one should ever have to pay attention to anything but their wellness. And I've said this before. The first time around, 20 plus years now, I was on a payment plan for 3 years to pay off my medical bills. And I was stressing so bad when they were coming in. This time around, I had better insurance, so I've been able to keep up on top of that. But I'll just talk about this country, in the US. A lot of people are just one paycheck away from being broke. The economy is still terrible. I don't care what they say. It's still terrible. And cancer doesn't discriminate. It affects all walks of life, and we're all in different places. So maybe you know that this person is going to need a lot of financial help, and perhaps you can help set up a GoFundMe account or some other fundraiser. And otherwise, you could just give them a check. Cancer patients have to learn how to give as well as receive, but they have to be able to tell you what they need. Some people are very private, and we want to respect that. But 20 years ago, I was told, because I was a giver, that I needed to receive. I needed to learn how to accept gifts from people. It was really hard for me because I was always the one that was giving and making sure that everybody else was okay. It's a life changer. I'm not that person anymore. And I think that is a really good life lesson to go through. But I digress. This is about finances. Now, if no one's going in that direction to do fundraisers, but they could still use some cash or something, just give them cash or give them a check. If you are in that position, we don't want to assume things here. If you're not in that position, consider something else that will not cost you much or anything. For example, your time. Giving your time is probably one of the best gifts you can give someone. Now, every cancer treatment is different. Every patient is different. Some people are able to work through, at their jobs while they're getting treatments. Some people are just debilitated on the couch. Giving your time is still just as important. And I would say that you have to make sure that they're feeling well enough for visitors, so don't ever drop by unannounced. I really don't recommend that. Make a date. A lot of people can coordinate their visits with their treatments so they know that the days that they aren't going to feel as good as others. The other thing is you want to call before you come. Make sure they are feeling better that day, and also ask if they need anything as far as you stopping at the store to get them maybe a coffee or a meal. There are some people that are just going to be on the couch for 6 months or however long those treatments are. And there are some people that don't drive. So you really have to gear everything, customize this list for yourself, obviously. But it doesn't cost a lot of money to get a coffee or a meal. Extravagant gifts really aren't needed. Not that they aren't appreciated, but getting them other things that are going to give them comfort during this time are probably a better option. And when you're giving of your time, consider your conversation. Don't shy away from asking the hard questions about their health. They certainly, for the most part, most people are very willing to share. Although I would steer clear of advice unless you are already an expert in it. If you've been through the journey, of course, absolutely. I could talk to anybody with cancer all day long. I don't value the conversations from other people who have not done their research and they're just saying, this is what you should do. And that would, however, that doesn't mean they don't love you. And I think that one of the most important gifts that I had when it came to a giving of the time was normal conversations. Don't stick on the cancer too long. Do talk about it. But I would have wanted to hear about someone's kids or their job. And I would be happy to share what's going on in my family or in any case. I just want to feel normal. But at that time, the normal is the cancer. That is your new normal. But you kind of want to get distracted by other aspects of life. Hi, Gomez. Always knows when I'm on camera. Yes, I love you too. I guess the bottom line is to basically treat your visit as if they're healthy and that they don't have cancer. Don't avoid the cancer word, but, just want to enjoy your time. Oh, I hope chewing ice isn't too bad. I know how some people feel about that. And I'm not doing ASMR. Okay, the third one I want to talk about is food. Are you local? You can make them a meal. Here's the thing though. You may already think they love this dish. That's what I'm going to make them. They may have dietary restrictions right now when they're going through cancer treatments. You need to find out what they are. Also, their favorite food is not necessarily their favorite food right now. I personally had a big change in tastes and cravings during my chemo treatments. For some reason, I especially like fast food, and fast food that I never liked before. Thank goodness this does change and it goes back to where you were before. But you cannot, just assume that they're going to like that lasagna. Maybe they can't have the tomato sauce. It's too acidy. There are some treatments where you're not supposed to eat a lot of fresh veg because of bacteria. People are very prone to infections. They're very vulnerable to illnesses that they weren't before because their immune system is suppressed. So find those out. But hello, Gomez. Is that Gomez? Yes. Okay. So find that out beforehand. But yeah, meals, that's a great gift. I would say though, just one little tip, give them food in disposable containers. Don't want to have them washing a whole bunch of dishes to make sure they got them back to you. And it's just more convenient to say, here's if you're going to make that lasagna, do it in a foil pan, soups in soup containers. And I think that's a very considerate and kind thing for you to do. So you don't have to worry about that. And they don't have to worry about that. So you're not local? Okay. One of my favorite gifts was a Grubhub gift certificate or gift card. Actually got it electronically through email. And it really did help a lot. I'm fortunate that my husband likes to cook. But with a full-time job, you just can't expect that every single night. Another thing I want to tell you about is people traveling for doctor's appointments. Whether you're feeling good or not, you've got to get to your appointments. Whether it is the doctor's appointments, follow-ups, or the chemo or radiation appointments, there's a lot of them, even on bad days. And if it's going to be a bad day, perhaps you can offer them a ride if you're local. That's also an opportunity to give of your time and chat. You know, a lot of cancer patients actually feel kind of lonely, but that's an opportunity to spend time with them. Not local? Consider an Uber gift card. This day and age of gift cards is fabulous. They can spend it the way they need to spend it, and it's so much easier on you to be able to pick and choose something easy. Christmas is like nothing but gift cards. Everybody knows what they're getting, but it works, and it works both ways. The next thing I would talk about is anything that makes them feel cozy. That could be throw blankets for the couch. That could be warm, fuzzy socks. Even in the summer, I will say this, for a lot of treatments, there is risks of neuropathy in the feet and the hands. The problem is that circulation is a little less in the extremities. And my feet were always cold. I always had a blanket on. So consider those, anything that just makes them feel warm and fuzzy. Think about gift baskets. What are their favorite things? What theme could you make a gift basket? You could make one of your own. Something that they would love. That could have little lip balms and skincare lotion. Skin dries up in a lot of chemotherapy and maybe radiation. I really can't speak to that. I've never had radiation, but I know you don't feel good either way. So just depending on the treatment, they recommend lotions that are alcohol-free. I don't know why alcohol should be in any lotions actually, but I mean, what's the point? Alcohol dries things, right? I think Nivea products actually don't have alcohol. A doctor told me that once. I don't know if that's still true. Also, favorite snacks. Now, again, they may not have the taste for it. And if they don't, that's okay. It'll come back. How about periodic greeting cards? And I say periodic because everybody likes to open a card that was very sweet that you thought of me kind of thing. But everybody wants to help in the beginning, and then things sort of trail off. They jump right in, and then they kind of get used to this person's new normal. So I'm going to say this, whatever you do, keep it up. Keep that momentum going. It's very important. Or step in just a little bit at the beginning when everybody else is stepping up, and then sort of get your momentum going, by their third treatment, fourth treatment, when people stop coming around. It's very important that you remember this. That's something that I actually remember going through, that people just weren't, who wants to be around a sick person, I really don't know. I couldn't speak for them, but I did know it kind of hurts. And greeting cards, by the way, is a great break from opening a medical bill. Even if they're in the same box, they're going to open that greeting card first. It'll cushion the blow. Yeah. Another comfort can be inspiring books. Books that inspire, lift the spirits, could be short stories. Maybe somebody doesn't want to make a huge commitment into a novel. Maybe the topics they love. Maybe that's their craft or their hobbies. Books are comforting. I'm not an avid reader. I tend to get tired when my eyes go back and forth, although I have no problem with the internet. I don't know what it is. Maybe get them an ebook, if they don't read. Something that is light and airy, something for them to do. It gets lonely on that couch for the people that don't work during this process. And, and anything comforting. I really appreciated the little gifts, to be honest with you. I appreciated the food that people made. I had really good people in my life. Some people don't have a lot of people in their life. And those are things to consider too. Be that giver. It will come back to you threefold. Okay. I want you to like and subscribe before you forget. And I hope that this has helped you. Now, if you have any specific questions or if you're in a unique situation, please comment down below and share it. Share your story. Share any other gifts that you appreciated or someone else that is appreciated that I haven't had on the list, that I didn't mention. And then read the other comments, because I'm sure there are things I have not thought of. It's just that kind of going over what my particular wants and needs were and what I had gotten and what I really appreciated. So I will see you in the next video. Until then, be blessed, feel blessed, because you're blessed. Bye.